Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your October 2016 mid-month love reading. As you can see here, I've already pre-shuffled all the cards. I also did pull a card from the Romance Angel Oracle deck by Doreen Virtues. A little bit about myself. My name is Jen, and I am an empath. I'm an empath first, tarot reader second. So as an empath, I read energy. I'm able to pick up on people's mental and emotional state and give you a reading based off of that. I do sense past, present, and future as well, just in case you wanted to know. So I'm just going to turn all the cards over now, and I'll let you know what they are as I keep going. So just so you're aware, this is a love spread. So this is your energy, Aquarius. So what you're currently bringing into the relationship this month, or this half of the month towards the end of the month, is the Ten of Wands. So the Ten of Wands, that is someone who's burdened, who's overworked, tired, definitely tired. However, it is the number 10. So the number 10 speaks about completion. So whatever burden or hard time you're going through, just know that it is coming to an end. However, just because it is coming to an end does not mean that there isn't more work to be done in this relationship. So you're feeling very tired is what I'm getting, extremely tired. However, you're still pushing, you're still going, you're resilient. All right, so the current energy that your partner is bringing in is the King of Pentacles in reverse. So the King of Pentacles upright, Pentacles itself speaks about the material things that we can possess on earth. The house, the clothes, the car, the abundant bank account. Look at all this wealth that's surrounding him in the picture. However, he's in reverse. So since he's reversed, your partner can be unemployed, could be stubborn, immature, or be expressing very jealous-like characteristics this month, or he can just be all of them. So his energy, I feel, his or her energy is what is burdening you. You're carrying your weight and also their weight. They're just there chilling, and I feel like they're not caring about how you feel and all the hard work that they're doing and the work that they're not doing, because it's not them. All right, so what brings you two together here is the Devil card. So the Devil card to me is, I look at it as something karmic, because it speaks about codependency, and codependency to me is something karmic. Maybe it's just me, but however, everyone has their way of depicting cards. So this speaks about codependency. This speaks about bondage, addiction, a very intense sex life. So notice how the chain around the two lovers, they're not tight whatsoever. They're very loose. So you and your partner can break free of this sex, drugs, and rock and roll like feel to the relationship. Maybe you two don't want to let it go, or one of you guys don't want to let it go in fear that the relationship will become stale, and therefore it may not make the relationship valid. But that's very untrue. When it comes to relationship, you want a balance. Anything in excess, or something that's not enough, it's not good. You just want a balanced relationship altogether. If you get rid of this and his or her laziness, why wouldn't it work? All right, so the strength here, the strength here is the Emperor in reverse. All right, so the Emperor is a very grounded, father-like, well-respected man when he's upright. But once again, he's reversed. So I feel like this is your partner. Your partner is controlling, immature, and has a big ego. Like I said, he or she feels like they're not doing anything wrong, and they have no regard for your feelings. That you're feeling overburdened. I feel like the strength could be that no matter what your partner throws at you, even if you're feeling overburdened, you're able to push through all of this. And in the end, you're coming out on top. You're very resilient. There's nothing that can break you, which is good, because or maybe not, because the weakness here is the Seven of Pentacles. Nonetheless, you are still resilient because you're able to carry this one. You're able to carry someone else's weight while they're basically just there chilling. You're very given, Aquarius. You have a huge soft spot for this person. So the Seven of Pentacles can speak on someone who has planted the seeds and is waiting for their crops to harvest. I believe this card can also mean for starters, you have here 2 money cards. So there's an issue with money here going on. Since he's unemployed, lazy. I get a feel that whoever this person is, perhaps they're still in this relationship because they're not financially independent. They're very dependent of you. Codependency. They're very dependent of you. So it could be that you just need to get rid of them. Because they're really pulling on your energy. That's what I'm getting. Because a lot of these cards aren't in your favor of this relationship. However, these are just the energies for the mid-month of October going into November. Anyway, so the overall of this connection here, basically if the relationship will last or not, is the Ace of Swords. So aces speak about new beginnings. Swords are the intellect, the mind. So it could be that either you're coming into a realization that your partner is not worth it, or they're coming into a realization that they need to get their butt off that chair, stop being a couch potato, and helping you. However, someone's gaining clarity. And regardless of who gains the clarity, it will be on your favor. If it's you walking away from your partner, yes, obviously you're going to be hurt because the relationship's coming to an end. However, this is not the end all be all. And if your partner is getting that mental clarity, good, because then it speaks to the number 10 and this cycle being completed. The hardship's over. All right, and then the card that I pulled here is codependency. See, codependent. They're onto you because they're not financially independent. So codependency, addictions are affecting your romantic life. All right, so let me read the description here. This card answers your question in perhaps a surprising way, because addictions are the culprit behind the issues you're attempting to resolve. This could be your own craving for substance or unhealthy behavior, or it could be that your partner addictions are impacting your love life. This card is also an indicator of childhood experiences in an addictive family. Addiction numbs the heart to pain, but they also diminish its capacity to love. Since love is the basis of romantic partnerships, addictions become a barrier to move forward towards true emotional intimacy. This is especially true if you're twisting yourself into knots to please a person who is dependent, whose dependency has lessened his or her capacity for happiness. That no-win situation will negatively affect your self-esteem and your own happiness if you continue. Fortunately, lots of support is available worldwide in the form of 12-step meetings and other addictive supportive fellowship methods. Whether it's you or your romantic partner who has this addiction, you can find free groups near you through internet searches or by contacting a local community health center. Yeah, there's definitely some codependency here. Do I think this relationship will work as it stands? No. Not as it stands. There needs to be a lot of coming to Jesus. Your partner needs a piece of a humble pie and get rid of all this. This just all needs to be cleared up. But I can't tell you whether or not you should end the relationship or not, because you've come so far. And even though you're burdened, I feel like you want it to work. So I can't tell you if you should leave the relationship based on these cards or not. Only you can decide how much is enough. I can't make that decision for you. All right, Aquarius, this is your reading. Thank you so much.